you give if you are comfortable in giving us a broad stroke of where you are going. Is this on a plane or a train or an automobile? I would love to hear about that. Amazing every day. Thank you, Alice. Egg fried cheese is going to Madrid for a week. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, how lovely. I bet it's warmer in Madrid than it is in Wales. Not, although I have to say, so I've never actually paid a whole lot of attention to the climate of Wales as a person who lives in the East Coast of the United States. But now that my basically best friend in the entire world, Brigitte, lives in Wales, I do pay a lot more attention to the temperatures in Wales, because why not? And one of the things that I've noticed is that actually it's a lot warmer there than I would have expected. It's been warmer in Wales for most of the winter than it has been in Virginia. Like not as, maybe not as sunny, but it is more temperate there than I imagined. However, I believe Madrid is going to be probably significantly warmer than Wales. It being significantly further south. But I could be wrong. Anyway, I hope you have a great time. Byron is reminding me that I have been streaming for half an hour and that I have not yet started the recipe, and she's right. I haven't. So we're going to probably go ahead and maybe do that. Oh wait, no. One more thing. One quick thing. One quick other announcement, because I did a thing. And Shin would like me to hydrate. Thank you. And Brigitte says that's because Wales is heaven on earth. Yes, it is. It's meant to be 22 Celsius, 74 Fahrenheit. Thank you for including the American temperatures, because otherwise I wouldn't remember. 74 all week. 74 is like my perfect temperature. Like between 69 and 75, or 68 and 75 is like my perfect sweet spot for temperature. But you hate it being warm. So I hope it's not too warm for you then. I don't talk in freedom units. That's a rough guesstimate. Well, I appreciate the rough guesstimate. Dirtle says Madrid brings up memories. I haven't been to Madrid, but back in high school, we used to go to a place near our school where they would serve beer to us with our lunch without asking for ID. The place was called Madrid. So let's go to Madrid for lunch was always a very well received suggestion. That's pretty funny. So my one little announcement, I'm going to ignore chat for just a second, is to mention that I finally got myself organized and have turned on TTS for bits. This is not saying that I am requiring anyone to throw bits. I had been promising my friend Robusta Augusta for some time that I would get myself organized to...
Gosh, I can't wait to see this cooking.
I'll have what she's having.
So you didn't let me finish my sentence. Egg fried cheese did not let me finish my sentence, but thank you for the bit. It is for 50 or up. And Rashid says, gosh, I can't wait to go see this cooking speed run. As you can hear, it is an Australian voice. Nicole, I believe, is what I suggested. We may change that if everyone hates it. Where's the treat Leah redeem? I don't know. I don't know that I meant to turn that off. I know I meant to turn off the timer that throws the treat stream link into chat, but I might have accidentally turned off both of them because that's how well my brain is working today. So I don't know. If you want me to treat myself, I can treat myself. Hold on a second. Let me go find my treat. Pies. But right. So here's my treat. But you have a choice. But first let me just say, wait, you said you were turning it off. No, I don't want to turn off. Okay. So my point is, yes, because Augusta asked me to, I have organized myself to turn on TTS for bits. The same rules apply to TTS redemption, to TTS bit things as apply to the rest of the channel. Please no profanity. Keep the innuendo to a minimum. You know, this is still a safe for work, all ages stream. Please behave yourselves. If you don't, we'll time you out. But thank you very much for participating in this little experiment, because I promised one particular person that I would do it like about 3 months ago. So I did it. Okay, so now, yes, tous les jours. So most Tuesdays, I do go thrifting. My job is a vintage reseller. And so I have two or three thrifting routes that I try to do in a week. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But I have discovered on one of the routes I think the company is based in East Asia somewhere. There's not a ton of them in the United States, but there are a few. And tous les jours is I believe Korean, if I had to guess. But they make really amazing pastries. A lot of them are French, I guess. And so I have taken to acquiring one for snack and then a second for stream. But today I saw something that I thought looked interesting, and so I got two for stream. So pies, because you have hold on a second. Let me actually figure out what I did. Channel points. The channel point thing. Channel points. Treat Leah is now back on because I never intended to turn it off in the first place. But I'll just anyway. Thank you, Pies. Okay, now, so since Pies has redeemed Treat Leah, you can choose between these two things, which are a walnut caramel scone. In fact, hold on a second. Let me at least move in the correct direction. Oh, I don't need to have that on right now. I swear to heck, y'all. I swear. Okay, so this is the walnut caramel scone. And then the other one that I have is this, which is a cocoa hazelnut croissant, which is this. And Pies, you can choose which one you would like me to consume. Oh, okay, so tous les jours is Korean. Okay, and I think there's one in Koreatown in Manhattan. That makes sense. They are fantastic. I was actually really surprised. Oh, and there's one in Philly too. Oh, cool. Yes, and macarons. I did see macarons today. I didn't notice that the first time I was there, but next time I may need to pick up some macarons. Cocoa hazelnut croissant. Okay, so that's what we'll have, and then we'll have the scone for breakfast tomorrow. Because I have been sleeping in, and thus I am unfortunately responsible for my own breakfast. You guys are just absolutely determined. It occurred to me far too late that when I said I wanted to speedrun this recipe, that y'all might actually take that as an opportunity to completely confound me.
There I was, sitting on
You wanna
my
take a nap?
deep in thought, my hand on mine.
Okay, take a nap right there then.
For this text-to-speech, I did pay some bitties, so my dear Leah, show us those dog treats.
Turtle, thank you for the bits. And also, Byron, thank you for the bits. That is through sound alerts. That is the problem that Dr. Andy was having before he moved all of his sounds over to Lumia. So it looks like I know what my next project is. So that doesn't happen again. But thank you both for that. Mother of penguin, shark. I know I saw you say hello earlier and I probably failed to say hi, but hi. So I assume this is kind of like a Nutella croissant. It just tastes pretty chocolatey to me. This morning I had for breakfast / snack, I had a almond custard pretzel. It wasn't a pretzel. It wasn't even remotely like a pretzel. It was like made of croissant dough. Oh my God, this is so much better than Nutella. It's dark chocolate and hazelnut. It's so good. It's really good. Des says you never tell the chat you want to end early. It becomes a challenge. Yes, and Firebot says water, meds, and stretch. So water, meds, and stretch, folks. You too. Yeah, we started out with chaos, and that's just how things are going today. Brigitte says it's the chocolatiest chicken meatball pita I've ever seen. It really is, isn't it? It's really chocolatey. It's like, look at this. Look at all that chocolate. So much chocolate. Snow says I had a Wawa waffle, sausage, and egg sandwich. And Alice took her med. She was a good girl. Alice, you are a very good girl. You're so flaky. You know, one of the things that I noticed when we lived in the UK is that the croissants were like way, way flakier than they are here. These remind me more of the ones we got there. That in the level of like flaky mess that they make all over me. I'm gonna be picking croissant crumbs off my shirt for days. Pies, what you don't know is that that's a little bit of a joke. Alice, if you want to send that to one of the mods, you can, or you can post it in Discord. I have links turned off for non-VIPs. Snow, I think Egg is taking issue with the eating of egg, much as you take issue with folks complaining about Snow. You're welcome, Alice. I'm going to eat my whole snack because I am also a good girl. And then I'm going to start these meatball pitas. Because I'm going to have to wash my hands. I keep licking my fingers. Which, you know, would be fine. Except that I'm actually cooking for my husband. And even though I think I'm mostly better, I have occasionally been coughing today. It makes me kind of wonder if, like, it's allergies now. My cold seems to be gone, but I don't know. Okay. I have consumed my sandwich. I have my sandwich, my snack. I have a recipe. I have a food cam. It's been 45 minutes. I said I was going to try to do this fast, and I ended up talking for longer than I usually do. Dirtle says, never heard of allergy-inducing coughing, only sneeze and asthma attacks. Okay, well, I don't have asthma. Yeah, so. Okay, right. So, if you would like to follow along, I have put command recipe in chat. Yeah, I'm so screwed. You can put command recipe in chat, and that will give you the recipe. We are going to do chicken meatball pitas. It says roasted red pepper whipped feta. We are not doing that because Grog can't have feta. We're going to do roasted red pepper hummus right here in our trusty food processor. And then we're going to make up some meatballs. So let's go ahead and do that. Ordinarily, I post things, but I didn't actually end up posting this to my site yet because I haven't made this one before and I'm not actually sure if it's going to be any good. Hopefully it's going to be good. And if it is, then I'll go ahead and reproduce what I actually did on the website later. I just didn't have time today, y'all. Time or energy. Okay, so in a bowl, we are going to combine ground chicken. All right, we're going to get serious now, guys. We're going to be really serious. There are going to be no distractions. We're not going to take any more time to chat or anything. We're just going to cook as fast as we can. Lol. And Turtle's going to update every minute.
You're hot, Cupcake.
Thank you, Alice. So y'all, if you don't know Dirtle, I met Dirtle through my friend Des. And I guess potentially Solaria too, but I mod for Des, and so I think I noted Dirtle's presence in Des's chat before I noted Dirtle's presence in Solaria's chat, which is also very, very busy. Yesterday, if you have noticed potentially the absence of a certain bot lately, I know a lot of our friends have butt spot in their chats. Sorry, I'm looking for breadcrumbs, and I don't know where they are. Here they are. Anyway, so and butt spot got changed yesterday, and was MIA. Their butt spot was just missing. As Buttspot has been recently. And so Dirtle took it upon himself to become Buttspot for the day. And started out as Buttspot, and then became Yeetbot, and then became Brickbot. Which of course delighted me because I think bricks are funny as heck. There's also a prediction in the chat. If you would like to predict whether, hold on a moment, will Leah beat the chicken meatball pita record? Yes or not yes? Thank you to whichever of my mods created that bit of chaos. Pies, Mrs. Yeetbot. All right, Pies, you have just turned Dirtle back into Yeetbot. All right, so there's a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, 2 garlic cloves minced. Let's mince a couple of garlic cloves. Oh, and it sounds like Chester is back. Hun, will you come in here and bring the dog? Yeah, no, I know, but just bring him, pick him up and bring him in here. Oh, pick him up. Because Egg Fried Cheese redeemed Treat Chester. And then Chester went on a walk. And Egg Fried Cheese has been waiting patiently for us to treat Chester for about 45 minutes. Because I had tech issues. And then I had my own issues, and you know. So here we go. This is Chester, the little Chesterino, and we're gonna give him a treat. This is also Grognard Gourmand, who you've never been here before. This is my husband and moderator. Not in that order necessarily. Hi. Here you go, Bubs. There's the Chester. Oh, such a good boy. Such a good boy. Oh, such a good boy. Good boy. Thank you, Chester. Aye. Good boy. And now I have to wash my hands again because the dog was licking them. All right. 2 garlic cloves. Alice has gone for a lurk. Hey, no beating up mods. But yes, now you got to treat the Chester. Oh my goodness. We do have some believers in this chat. Y'all. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Mince some garlic cloves. I'm gonna do my best, y'all, but I don't know. Turtle, you crack me up. I have to say there are I believe a commonality among many of my friends is that they appreciate a running gag. And all I can say, Turtle, is one of us. One of us. And a constant commitment to the bit, which I absolutely love. All right, so there's our 2 garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. Let's find some parsley. Parsley. We are going to guess this. Running gags are the best gags. I have a place for you then, Dirtle. One of my mods, Dr. Andy 23, whose button I'm going to push here right now, basically is a human running gag. No, that didn't come out right. Luckily, he's the kind of person who will understand that was meant with all affection. But if you would like to partake of a place where there is constant running gags all the time, go ahead and check out Dr. Andy. His streams on weekdays might be on a little late for you because I know you're in Europe, but on Saturdays he streams from noon until midnight Eastern time. And so you might be able to catch some of those Saturday shows. Pretty friggin' funny. You will love that. Yes, Snow says you're not wrong, with tons of affection. Yeah, I think Seribot, with Seribot you can only set, like, I think it's up to a 15-minute timer, so I don't actually think you can set a 45-minute timer using Seribot, unfortunately. All right, we need 4 of these because we need two tablespoons. 2, 3, 4. So that's stout of the window. What are you talking about? Did I miss a pun? Thank you, Grog. I missed a pun. All right. 1 teaspoon of freshly grated lemon zest. All right. We're just gonna eyeball this. I'm not actually gonna measure this. I think probably half of this lemon is probably going to be about a teaspoon. So we're just going to do like an eyeball's worth of lemon zest there. All right. A teaspoon of dried oregano. Now, I have to say, this would probably take most people less time than it's taken me, obviously, because most people don't actually stand around and talk to themselves for 45 minutes before they, start making dinner. Also, I'm supposed to use dried dill, but dried dill is stupid, so I'm using fresh dill. This is half a teaspoon of dried dill. We're just going to use like that much fresh. I have to use it in the tzatziki anyway, and I don't think dried dill belongs in tzatziki. It's just kind of like the major flavor. So, Plus, I like dill, unlike other people in this chat. And I don't mind a strong dill flavor, because I enjoy it. Right. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Wait. Egg fried cheese. Speaking of puns, have you guys heard the joke about the wall? It's hilarious. I'm still trying to get over it. Ha 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 ha. It's the same as cows in a field during an earthquake. Easiest way to get a milkshake. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh, filling out the pun counter. How do I keep attracting these punsters? I just don't know. Salt and pepper. Half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. All right, fine. Well, we're just going to eyeball that too. That's probably fine. And then salt, which we are also going to eyeball. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. Great. Fabulous. Fantastic. And then what are we doing here? Mix until just combined. Form a mixture into small meatballs. Or large meatballs, whatever you prefer. I like their open-mindedness. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some foil on this so that I have somewhere to put it. I am missing chat. Oh dear. Sorry, I had to step away again to take out the trash, but can confirm the food heated up well. Heck yeah. Thankful for hot food on a cold, rainy day. I'm sorry it's cold and rainy. I mean, I guess it is still March. It's actually pretty warm here. I think it's, I think it was supposed to be like 62 today. American temperatures. I don't know what that is in rest of the world temperatures. All right. There. So I'm just going to move that out of the way temporarily. This here. Put this over here so that I only have to get my hands dirty once. Popper! Good afternoon, Your Highness. Oh, was there a Chester? Was there a background Chester? You did just miss a Chester coming in to get his treat. I'm sorry you missed that. Maybe we'll do another one later. Although I did give him like 4, so. Okay. I don't know how many this is supposed to make. Let's try just dividing it until it looks like it makes sense. So that's 4. That would be 8. I think maybe 16 looks good to me. So we're just going to leave them in lumps for just a second. And then I will form them into more proper balls. Sorry, says definitely a dreary one weather-wise, eager to see the sun again. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's been a pretty warm, at least for us here in Virginia. It's been a pretty warm winter. I mean, it's really only snowed like once or twice, and it didn't ever really stick. And it has just generally been warm. Like, for example, so I live just outside DC, and one of the things about DC is that we have the cherry blossoms at the tidal basin. So there's cherry trees that came from Japan, which I gather I think they're Yoshino cherry trees. They're actually blooming. They're at peak bloom right now, which is about, I gather, I mean, within the range of normal, but on the very, very much earlier side than one would expect. Blue! Hi, Blue! Speaking of someone else who's playing Horizon, Blue is playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Actually, Brigitte, if you have a second, could you, or Grog, could you throw out a shout out for Blue? Been, absolutely super chill streamer. Delightful, very competent gamer. And also another very sweet human being. So you should follow her if you haven't already, because these Horizon playthroughs have been really fun. I mean, this Horizon playthrough has been really fun. I really like watching the Horizon games. I really like Aloy, and I really like the story, and I really like the look of the combat, and I think it's probably too difficult for me to play. So I do enjoy watching other people play it. So between Lolly and Blue, I've been getting a pretty solid dose of Horizon lately. Popper says our summer's running pretty long and we're in a drought. So it's a bit much even for my summer-loving butt. But the idea after that, I'll be cold enough as not to make me want it to end still. Yeah, that's understandable. Dirtle says, so who would have thought that updating the countdown every minute is very disruptive to participating in chat? Dirtle, I absolve you. You committed to the bit in exemplary fashion. And I absolve you for the sake of your own sanity and mine. Although you did light a fire under me, which I appreciate, because I really, really do, as much as I love you guys, and I desperately didn't want to cancel stream today. I literally had a 20-minute nap when I got back from thrifting, because I am still after 3 months, not at 100% capacity. So, the compromise position was that I was going to try to finish stream early today. Katie says, one day when I retire years and years from now, I'll see the cherry blossoms in DC. The pictures seem so pretty. Yeah, it's not really an optimal time of year for you to be taking time off, is it, Katie? I'm sorry. We would love to have you though. And that sofa back there, that yellow sofa back there, actually, it's the coolest thing. It's like this, right? Okay. And it folds out like that, and it folds into 2 twin beds. Can you believe it? It's like the coolest thing. So, you know, if you wanted to come even stay, that would be totally doable. Okay. But what am I missing? Oh, Blue finished the game. And I'm going to do Horizon Forbidden West. Heck yeah. That's so exciting. Dirtle switching to 5-minute intervals. All right, that's fair. That'll work. Katie says it's cool. Yeah, it is. And yeah, I would love to show someone how cool it is. So yeah, come anytime. Corey, illegal high. Hi, Corey. Shark. Good to see you. Grog. All right. So, a tablespoon of olive oil. Once browned on all sides, cook on medium-low. You can also pop them in a 350-degree oven for 10 minutes to cook through. Okay, I'm going to pop them in the oven because that seems to make sense to me. I'm going to grab some olive oil. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. That's a teaspoon. Let's use this one. That's a half a tablespoon. So 1, 2. Dun, da, da, da. Now, right. Turn on heat. Turn on another camera. We have a camera. There's a camera for this precise moment. Bubber says you just can't ask that, Papa. What if the police? Yeah, Grog. No, we do actually, Grog. We do know police. We know one police. Our neighbor, our neighbor who lives on the other side of that wall is a police. Right, so I'm going to heat that up, cook those. In the meantime, we're not going to make roasted red pepper whipped feta because Grog can't eat feta. What we're going to do instead is we are going to acquire a can of chickpeas and a jar of roasted red peppers, which we just bought yesterday and really shouldn't be so difficult to find. Here they are. And we are going to pull, oh golly, we are going to grab a can opener. And we are going to drain these chickpeas. And we're going to throw them in the food processor with the remainder of this lemon zest. Hold on a second. Where's the... What do I do with the thingy? Oh, here it is. Turtle. I hate it. Okay. You guys, it is time. Byron says I thought avoiding dairy and recipe was a fait accompli. Wow. Okay, it is time, you all. It is time. It is time that you understood why I think that bricks are so funny. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a joke. And you can't interrupt me. So don't interrupt me because it'll take me another 45 minutes to tell this joke. So the way that this joke goes is there was a man who was building a house out of bricks. And he had one brick left over at the end of building this house. And so he threw it over his shoulder. Which is the first joke I know. I only know one other joke. I know 2 jokes, and this is the second one. That one doesn't look very good. Maybe it's just a weird color, but I don't want that in my hummus. The second joke is, you count down 45 minutes for the joke. No, that's just way too complicated, unless you actually are a bot, Dirtle. Okay, so here's the second joke. The second joke is, there was a man and a woman, and they were on an airplane, and the man had a cigar, and he was smoking the cigar. You guys have to understand here that I'm old, and it used to be that you could actually smoke cigars on Bone Pup, Shark. Hi. That you could actually smoke cigars on airplanes. That's not true anymore, but it used to be. And so this man had this cigar. It was really stinky. If you know anything about cigars, you know they're stinky. And then the woman had this little dog, this little like yippy tiny poodle thing. It was yapping away. Yip, you know, like a dog. And at some point during the flight, the man turned to the woman and says, "You have got to shut that dog up. I just can't even with this dog." And the woman turns to him and says, "Okay, but only if you get rid of your stinky cigar." Okay. And so they agree. And the guy says, "Okay, well, fine. I'll just throw the cigar out the window." And the woman says, "Okay, fine. I'll just throw the dog out the window. I have more at home." He says, "I've got more at home. It's fine." And so the flight continues, and they get along swimmingly now that they no longer have the dog or the cigar. And at the end of the flight, the woman turns to the man and she says, "Wait, what? Look out the window." And the man looks out the window. Sorry, hold on a second. And a man looks out the window and he sees on the wing the dog. And guess what it had in its mouth? No. The brick. And that, my friends, is why I think bricks are so funny. Pupper laughed! Yay! Oh, you guys. I swear, I am the funniest person I know. Hashtag, not really. I know some really enormously funny people. Shall I list them? Dr. Andy is extremely funny. Brigitte is extremely funny. Our new friend Turtle is extremely funny. I am not funny. Grog says, "Finally, Leah, someone laughed at that joke." Plenty of people have laughed at that joke. Probably because they like me. Oh, you did trick me into it being 2 jokes. Thank you. Nerdles, isn't that my bricks? Is brick? I think bricks are so prickly. Corey says it had a solid foundation and it flew over our heads. Quality bricks. All right, I gotta process these things some more. We're just gonna let that run for a little bit. So the last time I told that joke was in the very, very early days of Dr. Andy's channel. Not as early as it was for some of you, but there was a day during one of the Style Savvy streams that actually the entire audio system conked out, and we all moved to Discord. And so while Dr. Andy was fiddling with audio stuff, I told that joke to the chatters who had made their way to Discord, and that was the last time I told that joke. It probably should have been the last time ever I told that joke, but, you know, it wasn't. Wait, hold on. You guys can't see that. Grog says, are we using Thunder Cake rules here? If the meatballs are in the pan, that counts. Well, thank you. All right, let's taste this. For taste on the texture. Let's see what we got. It's very red. I put more roasted red peppers in that than I think I probably should have, but whatever. That's good. Needs more salt. But it is very good. I'm going to use some actual flaky salt here. Taste is good. Texture is good. Just needing to up the salt content just a little bit. Perfect. All right. I am going to throw this in a container. So that it is easier to put away later. Probably should have had some garlic in it. Whatever. The lemon juice is plenty. Delicious. Grog says by Thunder Cake rules, if the meatballs are in the pan, that counts. I appreciate that. Just gonna brown these on their other side. So this recipe comes from a blog called How Sweet Eats. And this is like literally one of the first bloggers that I ever followed. And I don't really like read blogs exactly anymore, but I do like follow her on all her social media, like on all, you know, Instagram and Pinterest and stuff. One of the things that I like about her recipes is they're usually really intensely flavored, which I appreciate. Because that's my personal style, too. Turtle says, what is Thunder Cake? Bridgie says, a cake from a children's book. Yeah, so a friend of mine, I don't think it's under there anymore. A friend of mine, we have a thing called Set the Menu here. So if you, too, earn 20,000 channel points, you can force me to cook basically anything you want, as long as it's something that I, you know, can eat and can afford. If you decide you want me to cook 10 pounds of lobster or something, we're probably going to have a discussion about that. But yeah, it's a children's book about a Russian, Ukrainian, Polish, I don't know, grandmother who bakes a cake with her granddaughter to keep her from being afraid of a thunderstorm. It's really cute. Russian babushka in Michigan. Thank you. I couldn't remember the details. And so we baked that cake for our friend Fadele. All right, tzatziki sauce. Tzatziki sauce. All right, a cup of plain Greek yogurt, which we're going to use coconut yogurt. A quarter teaspoon of grated cucumber, a quarter cup of grated cucumber, and a wait, hold on a second. Let me just move this the rest of this parsley. And a bit of you know, whatever. Hold on a second. There is a poll in the chat. One of my moderators would like to know whether the brick joke was funny. I admit I am also curious as to whether y'all thought the brick joke was funny. Right. Cucumber. Ew. That one's yucky. We won't use that one. Moss asks if Grog has an issue with dairy. Yes. Grog is lactose intolerant. And as a result, we do use many alternatives to dairy. We are not exhaustive in our knowledge of these things, but we've gotten pretty good at that. So happy to answer your questions either in chat or in Discord. I am going to press some of the water out of these. It doesn't have us do that step. It's not having us do that step. But I usually find that with tzatziki, that's the best option, is to squeeze some of the water out of the cucumber. Otherwise, it just makes it really watery. So I'm just using a paper towel for that. That might be more than a quarter cup, but I think I also have more than a cup of yogurt, so. And that is 350 degrees. I'm going to pop those in the oven for 10 minutes. Oops. Okay, now, yogurt. Here. Which is, yeah, so this is coconut yogurt. The brand is Coco June. It doesn't say how much is in it. Wait, I'm sure it does somewhere. I don't know, whatever. I can't find it. But this is the one, this is what we like best for this particular application. Just gonna throw that in there. Grog says dairy-free chocolate is the easiest one. Yeah, I mean dairy-free chocolate, as long as you like dark chocolate, it's not too bad. Okay, this yogurt doesn't look right. Normally this looks like normal yogurt, and this doesn't look like normal yogurt. We just bought it. It just looks a little weird and dry. and separated. I mean, I haven't put anything into this besides the cucumber. There's no reason this should look weird. The last time I made this, it didn't look weird. This might be a failure just as a result of poor product. Do you want to come look at this? The date on it was April 23rd.
Have you tried tasting it? Or do you not want to try it?
Well, I mean, it smells fine.
I mean, it looks okay to me.
It does?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of crumbly.
Yeah, it's like separated.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna go any further with that tonight. It just doesn't look right to me. The last time I made something with coconut yogurt, it looked just perfectly like normal yogurt, and this just looks like bad and weird. So Moss, we haven't had this problem before. I've used this brand a lot and it's been fine. One of the things that we have noticed with the plant alternatives though is that some of the things I don't know. Every once in a while we'll get a bad batch of stuff. So that might just be, not great. Okay. Right. We are nearing the end of the Was the Brick Joke Funny poll. If you have opinions on that you would like to have that you would like to express, you should go ahead and do that before the poll closes while I cut cucumber. Moss made a cup of coffee today. It curdled as soon as I stirred it in the water. Interesting. Yeah, I have noticed that there have been things that work and things that don't. I don't tolerate soy particularly well, so we don't use soy anymore. And so that's kind of been a thing. Yeah, we found that we like almond milk for baking. I've used coconut milk for a lot of things that I enjoy. We use oat milk for some things. All right. But yeah, so basically for us, it's been almond milk, coconut milk, and oat milk. All right. We are not going to make our time. That is not going to happen, but we are going to be very close. So, where are the pitas? Oh, here they are. Oh, I missed the I missed the close of the poll. I hope somebody screenshotted it. So these are pocketless pitas. They're actually kind of enormous. I might microwave them for a minute. And when I say a minute, I don't actually mean a minute. I mean like 20 seconds. Katie says almond milk is my preferred milk substitute. It doesn't do the weird curdle thing like soy. Ah, okay. And Brigitte has posted the result in Discord. Thank you. And Pi says Poles said it was funny. Thank you. Thank you, you all. I appreciate it. I'm glad that your affection for me inspires such loyalty. Grog says, me, I just tell the truth. This is what happens when you've been with someone for over a decade. They tell you the actual truth. All right. Here we go. We also have some leftover sweet